right, you guys, here is our roundup for today's episode. Today we talked about...
Okay, the agenda, ladies. So today we talk confession. It's a workplace, corporate, girly confession. Super light, super fun. We tell our own embarrassing corporate stories. I think we do.
Yeah, we share.
Then it's getting into the Cardi B trial. Everything about that. We are Team Cardi.
Always.
Really, really funny section there. Then we talk about this insane documentary
That
if
you
haven't
have to
seen
watch.
There are spoilers, but we give you a spoiler alert. But it's this documentary on Netflix called Something the Unknown Number. It's like that Catfish one. It's insane.
You have to watch it before you finish this.
Yup. Then the TikTok girl, Metro Boomin. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Then we talk
Breaking Borders Festival.
We talk a whole lot about, we talk a little bit about Zoe Kravitz, Queen. And then we talk a whole lot about pop culture.
It's a very pop culture heavy episode.
It's a very pop culture heavy episode. We talk about our love for pop culture. We talk about Desi pop culture, non-Desi pop culture.
We end with some Can I Be a Bitch?
I had a confession. Amna had a Can I Be a Bitch? And Jet 2 holiday.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I love you guys so much. Have fun. Ladies, hi.
Hi. Welcome to Confessions of a Desi Drama Queen. We are your hosts, pew, 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 Amna and Sana. You might notice something new today.
You might hear something crispier today.
A little crisp.
A little more in your ear, hopefully in your mind.
A little less buzzing with both of our voices.
Yeah.
And like a freaking tune in the bag. We're so sorry.
We are becoming professionals. We are upgrading. We're trying to give you the elite experience.
We have
podcast listening.
New mics.
We have new mics. We have...
That's it.
We
have arms for the mics. You know? It's the little things.
It's the little things, you guys. And we have each other.
And we have you guys.
Too.
And that's really all we need.
Yes. So as long as you can see us, hear us.
We're hoping that the audio sound... I mean, we tested it and we were like, oh, this is significantly better. What the hell have we been doing?
Yeah. We've been talking into like a freaking bullhorn at this point.
Literally. Thank you. If you have been listening this entire time, bless your soul.
And if you've made it to this specific episode, may you live a long, beautiful life.
Yeah.
May you live a long, beautiful, luscious life.
Okay.
Okay, ladies.
So we are going to jump right on in
to our confession for today.
Okay, confession is... Guys, thank you so much for dropping these confessions. Thank you guys so much for dropping confessions. It's seriously been so freaking fun. Getting your confessions. And like, not gonna lie, we're obviously a small podcast. We're like really trying to make it, you know, in the big city.
Just a mom and pop business.
Literally, sometimes we're like, what if we go in and nobody wants to tell us anything? Like, how embarrassing. Yeah. So it's just been so fun. And this one was a really fun one. Also, there's a couple of you that are like, one person was like, are you going to make a video on it? Like, yeah, we're going to talk about it.
And then I was like, so do you have a confession? They're like, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys keep teasing us because you know what that does to us. And it's not nice.
It's
just
not nice.
Tell us so we can tell the world. We're not asking for much. Just share your deepest, darkest secrets with us. And then we'll tell everybody and we'll laugh about it.
And it could be light too, because this one had us like dying. Okay, the confession is, I once in a corporate setting said it's a big dick instead of big deal.
Dude. Oh, that's so bad. How do you recover from that?
You don't.
You don't.
Have to move.
And then you have to move
states,
on.
Cities. I mean, cities, states, and countries.
It also depends on who in that corporate space you were saying it to.
I know, because if it's like Bob, the VP, and then like Sandra, who's been there for like 17 years, like, dude.
Yeah.
Or like, you're the only young one.
Or you're the only brown one. Or the only girl. You cannot say, oh, it's a big dick if you're the only girl. Although I did see this TikTok and I really liked it and I want to like start incorporating it. And I don't know why even thinking that makes me feel like nervous. But anyways, her point was, she was like, we should start using corporate slogan in terms of makeup products and shit, the way men use sports and whatnot. Like, she was like, you know how they say like, oh, we'll just button this up, or we'll just get, I don't know, making shit up. Like, we'll just fucking get this to the finish line. Let's just make this goal and do this touchdown type shit. She's like, we should start being like, guys, we haven't even put the setting spray on. Like, let's take it a couple steps back and let's
start with the primer.
Yeah, we got to prime before we,
jump into gloss.
Yeah,
we got
to prime. I
love that.
We got to put the glue on the lash before we stick anything on. We have to let it dry.
You know what it's giving? Maya Papaya.
Yeah. A revolutionary. So, and I was like, that's so smart. And honestly, Dude. That would register more in my mind.
Yeah, we should do that on the pod.
Yeah.
We should start referencing things. Yup.
Yep. Nothing's coming to me right now. But
I know, it'll come, but it's a good theme.
Oh, have you said something? Have you ever said something crazy at work that's like just as embarrassing?
I feel like, I don't know if you guys do this, but like, I feel like I'm the like risky coworker. I'll be like, so like, I just want everyone to like tell me everything, and I want them to trust me, and I want to trust them.
Yes.
So I feel like I'll always test the waters, like, but like maybe too soon. Like sometimes I'll need to be like, relax, it's your manager. You don't need to ask her about like where she just like slow down. Like,
you don't need to ask her for the link to her shoes yet.
Yeah, you don't have to tell her how late you stay up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes I go and I'm like, right.
Anybody?
And then usually like most corporate people are really good at like, there's like the few that are gonna do this little dance with you, but the others are really good at just like swiping from it,
Yeah.
They're just like, nope.
That's me.
Just nope. Yeah, that's you.
I'm like, if I'm on a one-on-one and someone does that, and I'm like, then I'm like,
it's always on one-on-one.
But if it's like a even two-on-one, then I just also, here's the thing. Maybe we'll cut this out.
No.
But like, I haven't ever worked anywhere sexy, Ever since
I don't think I have either.
I think maybe my very first job at a CVS pharmacy as a farm tech, maybe that's like as sexy that's a sexy
that
job.
Does not. And
when I say sexy, I mean like there's people within a 5-year age range with me. You know what I mean? Like we can like make a fun joke in that way. Otherwise, every job I've had is like I'm always the youngest. I'm always except actually I will say kind of recently that like I had like a glimpse of what it would be like if I wasn't, and then it gets like taken away because somebody leaves or whatever, things fall apart.
Politics,
the politics of it all. So I'm just so like, I could be sitting in Dallas and I would be like, yeah, I'm just, same old, usually just same.
No, and Amna's really good because she's good at this with the family too, where she's like poker face. Like if someone's trying to like dig a little, like, so, and that's not where she's trying to go. She's like, no.
I am very big on denial. I can deny.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Your husband is gay.
But you're really, and I cave.
I thought you were going to say,
but he is. Dude, I was like, would have been so good.
You were like, I was like, mine?
You're like, when did we turn on each other?
And I was like,
on camera at that?
Yeah, I was like, what do you...
In front of our fans at that?
I was like, what do you know? What is he done? Anyways,
it's crazy for me to say that we have fans. We do not have fans.
I know
thank you so much for like...
Thank you, Robbie and Hubsa, for listening.
Thank you to our friends.
Thank you to our few friends. Thank you guys so much.
I'm dying.
I forgot what we're talking about. Oh, my poker face.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like... In my mind, I'm not doing a good job. But then I feel like...
Maybe it's like relative to me because I cave so quickly. I'm like, yes, I was lying. This is what really happened. And then, like, dude, I can't.
There are things that like Sana and Abdus and like our whole family will be like, and I'll use a small example. Like this is a stupid example, but like, let's just say it's about like smoking hookah or something, right? Something we all do. And they could be like cracking jokes about like
giving hints.
Yeah, giving hints or like anything fucked up we've done or like anything that's
we'll
kind of
always
like
do that. Or we're always living right at the edge, like
like where were you guys at midnight? Because we were about like I just like saying like little and I'm always like I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, she won't even associate.
I don't associate. I know, because it's a game, it's a
And we're
trick,
like,
and I'm
haha,
not
come on,
losing.
Amna, like
Yeah.
elbowing her, like, come
Like,
on. Like,
remember when you were there? And I'm
remember?
like, I just met you guys yesterday. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
know you guys like that. Yeah, and it's like I'm holding the pipe as I'm saying it. I'm like, nope, not me. Never I. Never I do such
So it's
thing.
a skill.
Because then what do? They use it against us. And in that
Mhm.
moment, I'm like,
That
I
they
never
do.
confessed.
Dude, my dad was always like that. Like, I feel like anytime I would admit something, he would be like, come on, like, we're cool, like, tell me. And I'll be like, okay, these are my deepest, darkest inner thoughts. This is how I feel. What do I do? And he'd be like, oh, so that's where you've been thinking. That's what you're worried about. And I'm like, what?
Mhm. And my mom would do two things. She would either say, one, someone told me, some auntie, so and
Mhm.
so auntie said that she saw you at the mall because she obviously dropped me
Mhm.
off there. So she's like, guys, she saw you with a boy, or she saw you with so and so. And I would have to be like, okay,
What would you
let me
do?
stay strong. I would
You
just
did?
deny. I denied.
Oh
Or
my
my mom would be
God.
like, Amna, I promise you, as a mother, it's not gonna bother me. It's okay. Just tell me. I did things. Just tell me. And I'd be like, no,
Oh my
I
God,
don't
if
know what
I
you're
dude,
talking
give me
about.
one chance.
Yeah.
I will unravel. I'm like, yes,
Yes.
finally, we're friends.
Finally. She doesn't
You're
even care about
Lorelai. I'm
the
Rory. This is what I've been waiting for.
yeah.
Let me tell you everything.
Yeah. It isn't even, I feel like them using it against you doesn't, you're like, it's worth it because you know who I am. And I'm like, don't
Yeah.
know me. I don't want you to know me, and
Yeah,
I don't want
you're
to know
so
you.
smart.
I don't know if it's smart. It's a little
What do
bit
you
like,
mean it's genius? But I feel like when your kid does it to you, you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna be like, oh my God. And that is gonna be my karma. You know what I mean? It seems like a weird chess mind game, because my husband also, whatever thought is in his mind comes right out of his
yeah,
mouth. And I'm
same.
like, maybe let's think about this before we start being buddy buddy with my dad. Before we, oh my God, dude, I had a story I was gonna tell you.
What?
One time, you guys, and you know who I learned this from? My mother. Because
What?
one time when I was dating
Ugh,
Abdus,
Aisha, she always had the good
that woman.
Dude, I wish we had her wisdom today. Because like the things she taught us when we were younger, that she was like, you guys don't understand. She was right.
She was
And
right.
now the things that the gems
She
she could have
was
dropped.
right, and I
Oh.
never got the chance to tell her that she was, which
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like the worst part here is we were such a typical whatever dynamic that there was, that I would to dates be like standing 10 toes. You know what I mean? I don't know why we
you
would just
wouldn't
do that.
cave on, yeah. You
Whatever.
wouldn't know
But
she was right. Yeah.
my mom, one time when I was dating Abdus, he was visiting me, and she always somehow knew. I don't know how she knew, but she knew that I was up to no good.
Dude, the moms always know.
Like, they'd never call me on a Tuesday at 2 p.m. and suddenly they're like, where are you? And this is pre, like, knowing where your location is. Thank God.
Thank God. I don't know
Thank
how the kids do it
God.
today.
So one time, it was when I was dating Abdus, my mom, so Abdus had visited me, or he was still visiting me. But either way, my mom is on the phone with him, right? And she's like giving him a whole like mom lecture, right? And he's texting me like, "Hey, your mom called me. She's asking if I was like in town, and about like, did she find something?" And I'm like, "What? What?" Well, I'm panicking. I'm leaving LA Fitness. I'm not okay. So I'm calling her because I'm like, what? I can't believe you're calling him. So I'm like, where did she get this number? She got it from, I'm livid.
Yeah.
So I'm
Dude,
calling,
she's crazy.
I'm calling, no, it gets worse. I'm calling her, you guys. I couldn't even be subtle about it. I called her like 17 times. I'm calling and
Dude,
calling
you're
and
like
calling
giving
and calling.
yourself.
I am, but I'm like, I'm only seeing red and panic. I'm sweating. I haven't left LA Fitness for the last 40 minutes. She knows that's where I am. I'm calling. He's texting me like, your mom, like, no, she's still on the phone. Like, yeah, this is what you're saying. This is that what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, calling. Finally,
She's
she
real
answers.
time pressing ignore.
Yeah,
Oh my
real
God,
time.
your brain must have been like,
and then
oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
she finally answers call number 18, right? And this is how, like, dude, this is how stubborn we were. I was like, hey, Mom, what are you doing? And she's like, nothing.
Not the 17 calls and then you're like, hi.
She's like, nothing.
What are you up to?
And I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing? And she's like, nothing. And I was like, so she's like, what? She goes, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm at the gym.
I'm like, the other line is literally up this.
And he's texting me. And I'm like, I'm just at the gym, leaving the gym. And I'm like, so were you on the phone with anybody? She's like, no, were you on the phone with anybody? And we're like doing this little dance, and I'm like, neither one of us wants to admit that, like, hey,
Oh
I
my
know you
God.
were on the phone.
Oh
And
my
like we're
God. Oh
both
my God.
fully
Oh my
in
God. Oh my
denial.
God.
Dude, the denial goes crazy. Anyways, that was my villain origin story. And since then I've deny. You
Yeah.
cannot take me to court.
Deny. No, literally, you're the right one.
Anyways.
Okay, anyways, pivot.
Speaking of mothers.
Our mother.
Speaking of mothers.
I was gonna go into Cardi B, but yeah.
We could go into Cardi,
Okay,
or
speaking of mothers.
Speaking of mothers, wait. Are you saying Cardi's mother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just making sure. I was like, who's a mother in her storyline? She is mother.
Yeah. Cardi B is
on trial and just
for
giving
$24 million from this security guard who was the security guard at the medical office that Cardi B went to when she was pregnant to go to like a doctor appointment. And essentially the story is like this security guard was like basically kind of harassing her
and
and
trying to get a photo.
And then Cardi was like, hey, can you like back the fuck up? And the security guard was like, I can do whatever I want, getting in her face. First of all, that literally, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This woman's pregnant. She's pregnant. She's going into her doctor appointment. Do you think any sane person wants to, like, who the fuck wants to deal with that?
Also, how after the first no are you not so like embarrassed and like, I need to just like,
right,
let me just
she's
back
like
off a bit.
doubling down. And I'm like, Cardi's like, isn't she from the Bronx? Like, she's the wrong bitch. Like, Belcalis is the wrong bitch.
And she is so unintentionally fucking hilarious.
Dude, she's so...
This whole trial is going exactly how every trial should go, where she's like, the evidence is in front of us. Yeah,
dude, they have to like stop. No, you know what I fucking love? Yeah, they're like, did you call her fat? And she goes, no, I called her a bitch.
And then they were like, did you insinuate somebody being bigger or like her being bigger in size? And she's like, yeah. And they're like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, I mean.
She's like, do you have eyes?
What I see?
Like,
dude somebody even asked her, one of the lawyers, like, I guess of the, she is, I'm like, who's offense, who's defense? The defense. They are asking her why her hair was like blonde the day before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
she
are
literally
we
is like,
about?
Because it's a wig.
For $25 million. Right. You guys are wasting her time.
And her, like, the girl who's suing her, the security guard is essentially suing her for this 24 million, right? Saying that Cardi like attacked her or whatever. Physically like attacked her. First of all, I wish she fucking did. Secondly, $24 million is so fucking funny. And Cardi says on stand, like, oh, well, she's trying to make money off me. She says that under her breath. And then this security guard's lawyer goes, what'd you say? Like, what'd you say? Like, what'd you say? What was that? And she was like, Cardi goes, like, she's trying to make money off me. And the lawyer's like, what makes you say that? She's like, because she's suing me for 24 fucking million. Like, just the way that they're talking, I'm like, I do not blame her. And then my favorite part is she's such a fucking woman, Amna, because you know how every time you watch something and you're like, oh my God, like, how do they not just keep talking? Because I feel like you'd be like, no, but listen, like to the judge. She kept doing that where she's like trying to, and they'd be like, please, ma'am, like, don't. And she's like, sorry. I'm like, that's so real.
You know what? I didn't realize like how much you're not allowed to say, or like how, so, like, you know how like they're like, oh, that evidence wasn't presented in court. I'm like, you know, like that meme with the guy with the maps, and I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's there. So I feel like this is the most like, it's so stupid, but it's so funny. But
it's so
like,
funny.
You're
it's
doing
just like,
it, at least if this is a trial worth seeing, like, let's just say it for what it fucking is.
I know, it's so fun to watch. And like literally anything there's like a video she did recently too, where she was saying something, and she was basically like, you guys need to stop taking everything so fucking serious. And in a world where everybody's like afraid to say fucking anything because of that, like 100%, it's so fucking nice for her to be like, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not just gonna take back and apologize, but just chill the fuck out a little bit.
Yeah. And we actually were having this conversation once, like not that long ago, where Sun and I and Robs and Hafsa were talking about how like if we met a celebrity on the street and like how would we approach them? Would we approach them? Like what's the safe space? Who are the celebrities that are even worth approaching in certain environments?
Yeah.
And we like all agreed that like obviously if someone's at dinner, like we are not going to disrupt and like, you know, there's a whole thing. But I say all that to say is that for this woman to have like stood 10 toes while accusing her, she's letting this trial go on, letting herself look like a fool, and she's standing 10 toes deep. At some point, you have to look in the mirror and
As
say,
a
"What am I
fan?
doing?
As
What
a
am I
fan?
doing
Like,
right
you
now?"
want this woman to know your face so bad that you're gonna make her hate you?
And you're gonna gain nothing from it.
Literally nothing.
Nothing from
She
it.
thinks she's getting like 2 minutes. It's actually really fucking sad. I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
It's crazy, but
but back to what you were saying about celebrities. I feel like I have too much ego to be the fan that's like approaching someone to be like, oh my God, I'm such a huge fan, depending on who it is and what, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you, and I wish I could have such grace, but I think it depends for me on who it is
I
because
know,
I feel
same.
like one, if I was a celebrity in my dreams, if I was a celebrity, I would want not crazy people, but like the right, nice,
That's what I'm saying, but
normal
I
person
think
to
we're
come say
saying
something.
that based on the, like, we're talking about like normal level, like, you know, a
Yeah,
couple
obviously
people.
when it's like swarms of people or like when we were having this conversation, I was like, there's a time and a place to approach a celebrity. I would not approach a celebrity if they're having dinner, especially with their family, you know, that's too much. Or like if it seems like, you know, you can tell when someone is like in a
Yes, or
brisk
like,
walk or like they're doing something and they're like with people, like I wouldn't feel like that's a safe, I
You
wouldn't want
know,
to be that person.
it's so clear in those moments, like the people in the room that are like tone deaf as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like there are times, okay, like if there's a celebrity, if we see fucking Adele and she's like with her kids and she's like, I'm really trying to like figure my shit out and I'm waiting for a car and I really like, if you're the person that's like, oh my God, like, you know, like it's just like
Yeah.
really not the fucking time. I feel like that would really irk me. Like, if you see that I am being a human being going through something, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Does this seem like the time or place?
Yeah.
But I would love to be the person who's like super fucking cool and like I see a celebrity and I walk past them and was like, loved you and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is what I was telling Sana would be my plan, right? That I would start there. I'd be like, loved you, you know, love your music, beautiful, or you're amazing. Like a quick little throw something out there. If they catch it, and if this is a good environment, they're alone, maybe they're sitting at a coffee shop on the side somewhere, you know, yes, maybe I'm interrupting a lovely day, but I'm willing to take the risk. If they've caught the compliment, and depending on who it is, I would be like, are you okay if I just take a quick photo? If not, totally fine. Hope you have a great day. And I would put it in their court. And if they're like, sure, I'd be like, okay.
Any celebrity or depends on the celebrity?
There's tiers here.
There's
levels.
tiers. There's definitely
If
tiers.
I saw Adele, absolutely.
Okay.
If I saw, like, obviously the heavy hitters.
What about Jacob Elordi?
Jacob Elordi. Okay, I would start with make a just in case, worst case scenario. I'd make a quick little like, guys, look, like I see Jacob Elordi, right? I take a secret photo.
What if he looks at you and gets mad?
Then that's all I would do. And I would post it on
my phone and lay on the ground and be like, I'm so sorry.
I would accept defeat, look down, be like, you know what?
Shame
on me. I would post it on my Instagram story still. I would send it to everybody I know. I'd maybe make a TikTok about it. I would hope that it doesn't go viral and it would just be like a fun moment that I got this photo, right? If I take the photo and I get away with doing it well.
Yes.
And then I toss out the compliment. Loved you in Euphoria. And he's like, thanks so much. Depending on if he's on a brisk walk, I would leave it be at that.
I would be afraid I'll fall in love. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh my God, like, what if I fall in love with this man?
I'm afraid that I wouldn't.
Right.
If I fell in love, I feel like it makes sense. You know what I mean? There's also certain celebrities.
But how heartbreaking to be so close yet so far.
I don't know how this is going to sound when it comes out of my mouth, but I'm just going to say it because I feel like there's certain celebrities that are okay to just like objectify.
100%.
If I saw The Rock,
100%,
I'd be like, hey, can I have a photo, please? Flex a little. You know, that's your old.
Kevin Hart. No, I'm not objectifying him. I'm just saying, like, I'd be like, hey, let me take a picture with you.
Yeah, like I
he
feel
might
like
get mad though. Maybe he's scary.
I don't know if I would approach Kevin Hart like that. I feel
or
like I would
fucking not Tina, Amy Poehler.
Oh, I would.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, there's also celebrities that feel safe. If I'm saying Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, if I'm saying
Be like, bitch, I
Adele,
love you.
yeah, I'd be Cardi B. Even
Literally.
then, I'd be like, I would have to give the compliment.
Yeah.
I would pray to God they catch it.
Literally.
And once they've caught it,
You know
what I mean?
I think I know you guys that we always end up here, but I don't mean to, but I just might be a fact. I think it might be a man-woman thing because I swear if it's a woman, I would feel a lot more like my ego's on the floor. I don't give a fuck. You're amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't even mind. Yeah. Don't care. But for a man,
that's what I'm saying. The environment, the weather, the day, the vibes, like, you know,
the state of my own being.
Yeah.
What do I look like? Do I want to be
Actually, I don't think I would care. You know what I mean? And everybody knows it's not a secret, dude. It's once in a lifetime opportunity.
No.
Once. Did you ever see that one TikTok of that? It's like photos of who was he in Twilight?
Mm-hmm.
Edward.
Jacob.
No.
Edward.
Fucking. Oh my god.
Robert fucking Patterson.
Yes. Robert Pattinson, where he's like taking a photo with a fan and like his face is like, ugh, like by the end, and then you see the photo she took and it's like the bunny filter on them, and I'm like, and you know what else makes me feel okay about? Oh my god, Theo sitting on my blanket.
Yeah, he's been.
That dude, they always come on back, don't they? But like the other thing is, other celebrities like Adele also get hyped to see their celebrities. Right?
Yeah,
so
but it's more like a.
That's true. They have respect for each other. But I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If I saw Jason Momoa on the street.
Bitch, if you saw Jason Momoa, you would jump him.
I'll probably. But
no, what would you actually do?
No.
You would just do a little spin.
No, I think I'd get nervous. Because one time Abdus and I went to dinner. When we were in Peru, we happened to have dinner with should I say this part? He's a producer at SNL.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
SNL? No, late night show. We met someone who works in show business, and Trevor Noah's show. Trevor Noah. Yep. The couple that became friends with, one of them, he worked with Trevor Noah.
He was a producer on the Trevor Noah or on the Daily Show.
And I love Trevor Noah.
Yeah,
I love Trevor Noah. I have like a crush on him that's not like just about his body.
Which is the worst kind because that's like real, kind. You know, it's
but
raw.
I have like an intellectual crush on him. You know what I mean? I just think he's so witty and funny and cool, and I love his stand up. I read his book. Anyways, so my husband, bless his soul, is like, my wife loves that man. She'd leave him for me in a second.
Or she'd leave me for him.
What did I say?
She'd leave him for me.
She'd leave me for him in a second. She loves him, blah, blah, blah. And I was getting so embarrassed. I was like, stop. I was like, no, it's like a silly little, like.
While she like has his book like in hand.
Like while I like memorized every line. I'm like, no. I don't even like him like that. He's honestly not that great. Like I'm like, backtracking.
You know, when you're around a celebrity, that's probably how you're actually going to act.
You guys,
and I'm going to be the opposite.
No, I'm all talk. I'm all talk. When I'm faced in the situation, I do the exact opposite of what I'm going to do.
You'd be like, stop.
I'd be like,
busy.
Please. I absolutely, when I was 14, was a girl that was like, I'm going to go to a One Direction concert, hold a book, act like I'm not even here. They're going to fall in love with me. That's who I thought I was going to be. But no. I think it's Muzi.
I think so too.
Anywho,
pivot.
Pivot.
Wait, speaking of celebrities and TikToks, did you see that? There's this TikTok this girl did, and it was so fucking funny. And she's like, tell me why this man on a date asked me who my celebrity crush is. So then she said Metro Boomin, and he was like,
Theo, give me a heart attack.
He just realized someone came in. So this date asks her who her celebrity crush is, and she says Metro Boomin, and he's like, really? Metro Boomin? Not Future? Really? And she was like, what the fuck kind of response is that? First of all, do you want Future? Why the fuck do you keep bringing up Future? Like, who said anything about him? Like, what the? And he's like, well, because Future has like better this and better that. And she's like, do you even know what the fuck? She literally was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What is this argument?
And are you gay for Future? And why are you like? I said what I said.
Yeah.
And then everybody on TikTok was like going and like deep diving Metro Boomin because I was like, what the fuck does he look like? So then everybody was like, wait, he's fine.
Wait, yeah, why am I forgetting what Metro Boomin looks like?
Well, we were all of us on TikTok.
We as a community.
We're like, okay. It was just so funny.
Yeah, wait.
I did not know he looked like that. In my head, he looked like Fat Joe.
What? He did not look like Fat Joe to me in my head, but I just forgot what he looked like for a
I
second. Yeah,
didn't
what is he
know.
doing?
Dude, okay.
Alright, feels very passionately about that. Good for him, I guess.
Speaking of dude, these are really good, pivots, but I was gonna say speaking of all of that, can we talk about how pop culture is, like okay, like, even of our friends, I feel like not all of our friends are, like, really into pop culture stuff,
Yeah.
but it is like you know when some people in sports, like, they're so satisfied with, like, if you're playing volleyball and the ball goes back and forth, like,
Mhm.
18 times, and they're like, "Oh my fucking god," like, that really, like, itched something in
Yep.
my body or brain. For me, that's, like, when a pop culture when we're going back and forth on, like, "And then did you know? And then did you know?" And it could be about the same person or different people, but I live for that to be like we were talking about Zoe Kravitz, and
Yeah.
we were like, and then did you know that she dated this guy, and then before that guy she dated that guy, and then she was here, and then she was there, and then her lord, and then her dad did like that whole family tree of it all, and when who interweaves with who, which is why I'm obsessed with Teffy because that's like her
Oh,
whole
yeah, that she's
shtick
like
is like
yeah.
the random facts about and how everything connects in like pop culture.
Mhm.
I love that shit, and I feel like it comes from I don't know how we got here, I'm just gonna say this part.
Please.
I feel like it comes from when I was younger, my mom I think I've told you guys this before, but my mom used to own a White Hen Pantry, which is like it was like kinda like a 7-Eleven, but only in the Midwest area. And so there would be like a magazine section, and I was there like every day of the summer for like my middle school summers and my early high school summer. And literally, I would pick up every for free. I would read every
Ugh, that was
freaking
gold back then.
magazine, dude. And I would make myself an Oreo freaking slushy. And I knew how to make it the way I liked it, which was like with hella Oreo, like blended in. So I'd make my Oreo slushy, and then I'd
Ugh.
go to the chip aisle and I'd pick whichever chip I was feeling. This is my mom's fucking story, you guys. I would pick whatever chip I'm feeling, and then I would I would play B96 in the back
Mm.
and move away like whatever station that was like corporate approved that she was playing, and it'd be like I wanna and it'd be like everything, and I'd be like yup, and then I would grab every magazine and sit by the rack and read all of them, and it would be like all the pop culture stuff, and it was like who was wearing when this is like
Oh
Hillary Duff,
my
like prime era,
god.
you know.
What were your go-to
Teen
magazines?
Vogue, of course.
Really? Mine was always 17.
Teen Vogue, 17, Cosmopolitan, but
Uh-huh.
17 was so
17 was I think
good.
17 is the one I always grabbed at Barnes& and
Yes,
Nobles. Teen Vogue and stuff, I would, like, peruse maybe, but my, like, bread and butter was 17
17.
magazine.
I used to have a subscription to 17 before my mom owned the white, but I yeah, like 17, you're so right.
Dude.
But it was they had everything, so I would just see, like, whoever I was more interested in, like, all the Disney characters would be the covers, or, like, it was, like, Hilary Duff and, like, Jessica Simpson
And,
and,
like,
like
Aaron Carter,
yes,
and Jesse
yes,
McCartney,
and then
and,
even beyond that, like, it was just such a good era
like,
of
who's
all of
Eminem
that.
dating? He dissed Christina
Yes!
Aguilera,
And it
he
would
did on
be,
the
like,
VMA stage.
everybody's zodiac signs would be like J-Lo, Leo, Diva, you know, and,
Yeah,
like,
and, like,
what to expect.
it's so stupid now, but it's like, what's Joe Jonas's favorite dress on a girl? She loves red. Now suddenly my wardrobe has red in
No, and
it.
then it'll be like she loves red, and then the next page would be all the red dresses that are like fucking 80 or like there would be a version of it at Discovery, but it'd be like $80 dresses and all these like vibes of
Mhm.
all the things that like Joe Jonas would like, or the best dress, worst dress
Best
pages.
dressed, worst dressed, and then, like,
Ah,
okay, like, so Beyonce left Destiny's Child, and, like, it's such a
ugh.
big deal, and
And
it's
then it would
on
be like these celebrities and like their different hairstyles and their different hair products
and
and
how to
like
achieve it, and what your vibe is, and what you
oh
should wear Monday through Friday to school.
yes, and then there'd be the advice column from the Hot Boys in 17. Do you remember
Yes!
that?
Dude, which now it's like some 35-year-old man or girl is sitting there tapping into the mind of a 17-year-old
No,
boy to be
they would
like,
have these like teenage boy models and they would like put a picture of them in the
but do you
magazine.
actually
No,
think
probably
these
not.
all of them were the
No, they're
teenage
probably
boy
stock
models?
models.
Yeah.
And then they would be like, so and so from like Kansas City asked, like, what do I do about this boy from my class? And then like hot boy Chad would be like, I think you know what
You
I'm
know what
saying?
else was my cuz okay, 17 magazine, Teen Vogue, that's where all that like pop culture like juice
Yes.
comes from, right? But then to take it a little, like, bring it into my real life, chicken soup. Chicken soup. Oh my god, everything I know to be a woman was through chicken soups.
Oh
Chicken
my
soup for
god.
teen, chicken soup for preteen, I was in it.
Amna? That's so crazy you bring that up because me and my sister-in-law Maha were talking about that the other day about chicken soup and just how good that shit
The
was at that time. The
stories.
stories, dude. It was like podcast before podcast, you
Yeah, it
know?
was like confessions before confessions. Like, it was like
Yes!
an open confessional
Oh
from
my god.
girls your age,
And
and you're like,
everybody's bookshelf, like, I remember, like, my bookshelf had, like, 5 or 6 of them, and then I would go to other people's houses or, like, adults' houses and see what their bookshelf would be. Mine was, like, chicken soup for the young soul, chicken soup for the
yeah.
daughter, chicken soup for the blah, blah, blah.
Oh my god. And it makes me so sad because I know I've mentioned this before, but like my house burned down, but prior to I had such a good like
Oh, a book
collection of books,
collection? Ugh.
all the series of unfortunate
Yes,
events and the
yes,
Harry
yes.
Potters and then like I wasn't a diary of a wimpy kid kind of girl, but like just all, like the 17 magazines, my little
Dude.
National Geographic collection, like all of that. And I'm like, that's why I always like buying my books more than I like renting or even using a Kindle because I want to physically see it. And then when I get older, or my kids get older and for them to read the stuff that I was reading, except
100%.
for, like, certain books
I know
should
some
not
of
be
them.
touched. Yeah, some of them do not open.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, we're
Alexa,
not talking to you.
please.
Dude, that actually makes me so sad because I had a gorgeous I felt like I had a gorgeous collection
Oh,
of
you
books, dude.
did?
Like, but I was saying I felt like growing up I had a gorgeous collection of books. I would go to like scholastic book fairs or like the things we would get at school every month and you could like pick what you wanted from that and like circle it and like then you would like
But
dude,
I
I
never got
love to
anything.
read. Huh?
I never got anything. No,
No.
maybe like a pencil or like a
Oh
little
my god, I was
toy.
a little bitch about it. I'd be like, "Guys, I want this book set," and it would have like a fucking bracelet with it with like a cute little charm, and it'd be like a
Oh, I
little
wanted
fairy
those so
charm.
bad.
Oh, one time they let me get the option that was like the back page because you know how the back page would only have 2 options. Do you
And they were
guys
big, they
remember
took up half the
this?
page.
Literally, okay, if you know what we're talking about, then you obviously know what we're talking about. But if you don't, and you're either younger or older or like, what the fuck are they saying? Basically, like when we were in elementary school in the US, they would have these like paper
Like,
brochures,
yeah.
right? Like a brochure, and it'd be like these different like book
It's like a
sets.
magazine
Yeah, it
of
was like a
books.
magazine, like a paper magazine of like these books that you could buy. And then they would come in like
And set up in the
so
school.
yes, and but like when you would get a delivery from the paper option, like they would bring it to your class and like deliver it and it would be like all packaged so nice and you'd be like, "Oh my fucking god," and you get to open the packaging, it's like all these brand new books. But anyways, all that to say, I had such a sick ass book collection and when my mom worked at the White Hen Pantry or worked at she owned the White Hen Pantry, across from it was this like vintage store and they had insane books and like random shit. And I got a set of the Boxcar Children books from there and like it came with the actual box and I had and then like National Geographic type books or like things that I was just interested in. I was interested in like Egypt, like all these books that I had collected from like being a kid to a grown up. And my mom donated them all, minus like I think we have like a couple left. She literally donated them all. And I was like, "Mom, these are books that like there's a book that I remember reading so many times because I loved it so much. And I was like, these are books I would have wanted to give to my kids." And she was like, "They were
Yeah.
collecting dust for so many
No, but
years."
let them.
I
You know what
know.
else we also had that is like I know you had this, the Guinness World Record books.
Yup.
Dude,
I
I
definitely
ate that
had
shit
those.
up. I was
Loved
like,
it.
"What's going on with the
Literally. And
world?"
then would you
Like,
ever try to figure out like which one you could beat?
yeah.
I'd find like I think one time the one I tried to do, or like it was like how many times someone chewed gum or something.
And you're
And I
like,
was like,
"I can
I
beat
could
that
do
record."
that.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I could chew gum more than this
Aw.
guy.
But yeah, I'm sorry that happened. That's
Oh
so
my god, it's
sad. We'll
fine.
have
Your
to
house burned down. You win.
Well,
But then my parents got divorced, so maybe I win.
Yeah,
But then your
yeah,
mom
well, then my
died.
mom dies. Then maybe we're tied. Let's call it equal. It's not a competition. Let's not compete.
Oh my god. Okay, what the fuck else is on the agenda? Oh, that documentary we watched.
You guys, I cannot stop watching everyone's reactions. What?
No, about the documentary.
Oh, you were staring at the
Sorry,
laptop and I
sorry,
got
yeah.
scared. I cannot stop watching people's reactions on TikToks to finding out. Spoiler alert.
Wait. First of all, tell them what the documentary is.
Rewinding. Okay, there's this documentary on Netflix, and if you haven't heard of it, then wake the fuck up. It's called like Catfish,
Yeah, the unknown number, catfish
Catfish
story, something.
Hi, whatever. So it's about this girl. Her name is Lauren, and she's getting
Lauren with the Y.
Lauren with the Y, and she's dating Owen with a W, and she is get Owen and her, they're 14, they're getting these nasty ass crazy texts from God knows where, random number, and it's saying some nasty ass
You guys
stuff.
like nasty.
like
Sexual nasty, and then also like telling them to kill themselves.
like
nasty.
telling Lauren like Owen doesn't want you, he thinks you're ugly. Like this is me like making it rated PG, rated G even in comparison. And she's like,
you're ugly, you're anorexic, you're this, you're that.
Like no one wants your skinny ass. Everyone knows you have no butt. He wants to leave you. He wants
30, 40 times a day, you guys.
You should kill yourself. She's 13, 14 years old. It's going on for 18 months. You're trying to figure out who this is. They're blaming other girls. There's a lot of tea going on. You're learning who the different groups are in the high school, who's the bully, who's the said bully, who's the not bully. And then the FBI gets involved. Owen's parents are involved. Lauren's parents are involved.
Owen's parents and Lauren's parents become like really good friends throughout this whole thing.
And they're on a mission trying to figure this out.
Owen and Lauren end up like breaking up because they're like, we can't handle
Owen starts dating another girl. He has to break up with her.
Because that girl starts getting texts, which is then getting fucking weird. Also, this person sending texts during like things that are happening in school,
class. So it had to be somebody in class. So, spoiler alert here. We've already said
spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, watch it. But dude, it ends up being.
You find out that it ends up being Lauren's mother. Her
freaking mom.
Her own mom was sending her these nasty ass text messages. And she's in the documentary.
She's in the documentary. She's getting interviewed in the entire documentary, as the mother. And then they reveal her, and then she starts.
And when they reveal it, nobody is as angry as they should be. I don't know how. It was.
They reveal it. They show on the documentary how they revealed it, and the FBI and the cops that like figured it out, who have known these people for like 2 years. So they walk into the house and they tell Lauren, and they tell their mom, like they catch her up pretty easy. She's just sitting there like oh my God, my life. You would think she's sitting there like, oh my God, my life just blew up, but instead she's just like latching herself onto her daughter, who she just has you guys, scary harassed for 2 years.
Yeah, scary.
She pretended to have a job this entire time.
Oh my God. And you know what? I feel like there's a lot of like discourse online about
what
people
is it?
Being like, some people are saying that they think that Lauren was in on it, and then her mom started carrying it forward, right? Which I could see, but I feel like whether that's the truth, or, this is like a Munchausen cyberbully version situation where like the mom is like, obviously, if this is how she is, she had to have latched on. I absolutely believe that the mom had this disgusting infatuation with her boyfriend, Owen. But what really, I feel like through all of this, what really got me is when the police are telling Lauren and Lauren's mom, like, hey, Lauren's mom, you've been caught up. Lauren, your mother is the one who did it.
Doing.
They didn't wait for the dad to be home. They are like giving her way too much grace. They're letting her mother be all up on her when
she's like kissing her,
Lauren,
hugging her,
and like panicking.
Lauren's just like in shock. She doesn't know how to. It's like you can tell, like it's like not safe for her.
Oh, she's like fully disassociated, as she should, because I would too. And then the dad comes and he's the only one that's like, you need to get out of the house. What the hell is going on? You're a liar, blah, 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 blah.
Also, can you guys imagine, like through the documentary, they show it how Lauren like leaned on her mom a lot. They were very close. Like she's like obviously going to her mom every fucking day being like, Mom, look at what's happening. Look at what they said to me.
Mom would take her phone.
Yes, and her mom, like, I'm sure, would be like, "That's don't let these people."
Her mom was
also
like a coach at the school. That's how she was hearing what was going on.
She was her freaking best. So can you imagine? And then for it to be her mom the whole time.
She even tried to frame other girls at the school for her own crime.
Oh my God! Like insanity. She quit her job to do this for 2 years. She was pretend working. How did the logistics of that even work, though?
I don't know.
But I do feel like her daughter, I don't know. I'm like, it almost felt like I couldn't tell if she was so shocked or if she was like, "Oh, fuck." I couldn't tell which one it was.
I couldn't tell either, and you know what? Let's say Lauren was a part of this.
I
I
mean,
feel like as a 13, 14, who hasn't done a little catfishing, right? Like at 13, 14, to make a fake account and whatever, mess with your boyfriend. Not that I'm promoting it, but I'm just saying 13-year-old to 13-year-old, that's like, ugh. As a mom, to continue it is insane. And I also think, though, I don't necessarily believe that Lauren was in on it, because then wouldn't she have known right off the bat that the text messages are from her mom to her?
yeah.
So then why would she be telling other people?
Okay, I don't think Lauren was in on it in the way that Lauren was like the person that started it. I think Lauren over time might have had a feeling that her mom was like, I don't know, maybe she had a feeling about it or like
Yeah,
knew
because that
something
other
was
girl's
up.
mom had a feeling about it.
Yeah, like like I just wonder if she was like, is it? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
and I'm shocked that Owen's mom kept it together during that interview, because I feel like that rage would have poured right out of me
100%.
immediately. You could have paid me to stay
100%.
calm.
Crazy shit.
Well,
So if
you
you
guys should
haven't
watch
seen it,
that.
watch it.
And I was telling Sana that since we watched that, she should watch Don't Fuck with Cats. That's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
That's really crazy. I have my little notebook. I'm like, what is next on the agenda? Okay, so I recently became aware of a music festival called Breaking Borders, and I hadn't heard of it before until I heard this like discourse, conversation, complaints, concerns coming out of it. But it's basically a festival in Malta for Desi DJs and like Desi music. Yeah, it looked sick. I was like, I wish I had known about
Wait, it was
this.
in Malta? Did it look
Mhm.
like Ibiza vibes?
Yeah, it's like beach clubs, and I'm like reading like the description to make sure that I'm saying it right, but it's like 4 days.
Why weren't we invited?
Why did no one call us? Why did no one tell us? Why did no one put this out there before? Like, I'm obviously not in the right For You page spaces where like I'm finding this out.
Also, we have a podcast.
Event. Yeah. Anyways, so it's Desi DJs, 4 days. It's like all day open air concerts, beach club day parties, super club takeovers, boat parties, epic after parties.
Oh, what the frick? Are there a lot of people there?
Yeah, so I guess I haven't seen what the actual like performances have looked like yet. So I haven't seen, but like here's the cover.
That's so cute.
Right? So
I'll insert the
I'll
cover.
insert the little, but we're just here promoting it.
I know.
For free. So hopefully it's not like
when is it?
Fire Fest situation.
No, literally.
Hopefully. But it's literally right now, September 4th through 6th.
Okay, so next week we'll tell you guys more about it.
Yeah, but the way that I found out about it is that people were responding to guys who were like slut shaming girls for going to the festival. Like girls were posting that they're going to this festival and that they're like, excited and who they're excited about and the beach parties and blah, blah, blah. And I guess guys are leaving comments and or responding to these videos being like, that's disgusting. Like making it seem like they're like whores for going out there. And people responding to those guys being like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Well, like girls can't go to a festival, God forbid. That's how I found out about the festival. And I'm like, what is everybody
So you found out about it
about?
because the Desis were talking shit.
Yeah, because the Desis were talking shit about the Desis that were initially talking shit.
That's so funny. That's so Desi.
And then girls were like posting like, we're on day 2, like just being the whores that we are, whatever, like making fun of it, like as they should. And I'm like, what? We can't.
Wait, I want to know
anything?
more. Like, how much are the tickets to this? Who are the performers?
I want to see who's doing the sets. I want to see how the sets are going. But I'm like, guys, like, why are we being so hateful again towards our own people? Like, we go to all kinds of music festivals all the time.
Yeah,
we're front and center. And now,
God forbid we have a cool, fun thing.
Now we have DJ sets and we're having a whole thing going on. And the girls going are the problem. So it's be a sausage fest where you guys trying to like have a little train line going on here. Like, why? Why is it? What is this? A boys only festival? That's kind of crazy.
No, agreed.
So I'm hesitating and being like, for this festival because I'm like, let me make sure it's not like a fire festival. Like, what is happening? But the concept and the idea, concept. I think it's in Malta. Like,
yeah, I'm excited to see videos from that.
Yeah, so hopefully, I hope everyone that's there is having a great ass time, and I hope it's fun, and I hope it's cute. But I think the it needing to be like it's DJs only guys should be there. Except in theory, like
It is a cool idea.
let us
It's a
have
cool
a little
idea.
something. And you
Yeah.
know what? I don't know about you, but I feel like as of late,
Mm-hmm.
I have been noticing a lot of racist South Asian comments in a lot of comment sections. And I'm like, oh, ooh, what's going on? What's going on?
Like what? Like tell me more.
Like, I just feel like there's a video of a group of brown girls having a good time, or brown guys or whatever, which I'm like nervous to defend the brown men, but like, you know what I mean? And like, it could be, and I'm the first to be like, ew, stop being cringe. That's weird, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But I feel like it could be the most like simple, chill video.
Yeah.
And the comments are like,
Where the fuck
I
is
thought
he?
it was a gin, dude. He was just growling next to me. But the comments are all very like, oh, it's the, you know, they're taking a day off from their 7-Eleven shift or something, and I'm like, ooh.
You think it's because like low key Daisies are the only people that it's like okay to make fun of anymore?
Maybe. I mean, that's a whole.
You know what I mean?
No, that's a whole. I was gonna say that could be its own episode.
I know, literally,
of, like,
that's true.
Hate that comes towards Daisy.
It's like
hate
allowed.
that Daisy's perpetuate.
Yeah.
That's the same hate.
Yep.
The colorism.
Yep.
The, you know, like that could be its own full.
That's so true.
Full episode, which it should be one day,
Which it
because
should
it's
be.
a very
juicy conversation.
prevalent situation going on.
It's a prevalent situation. I said it's a juicy conversation.
It's juicy.
Okay, so we were talking about something. Sorry, I'm pivoting.
Pivot.
Okay, so coming back to what we were saying about pop culture stuff,
Yeah.
isn't it? Okay, so what my point was like I was a pop culture person. You were too, but also my family was really into like movies and award shows and stuff like that. Like a lot of our friends, first of all, because their parents probably came here, that's like no, they're not into like watching like fucking Top Gun, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a big part of it, but they didn't grow up with like pop culture being a big part, unless I'm sure like they see pop culture, but still like not being like a big part of their childhood or like growing up. And I just feel like that's so interesting because that's literally like,
dude, that's my husband. Like, I'll say movies and pop culture events, and he'll be like, yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that stuff. It was not a big thing in our household. I feel like in my household, Desi pop culture was a big deal because my mom,
your mom
ate that shit up, and your mom ate that shit up. Too. They were big pop culture girls.
But I loved when your mom would tell me like what's going on in pop culture
and like there was always
dramas.
Desi, like there was always Bollywood music playing. So we're always watching ARY. Like there was a lot happening.
Yeah.
And then I really loved like the 17s and what we just talked about. But yeah, there's so many people that don't really think pop culture is like that relevant, or that like it's like a silly little like. Not even silly, but sometimes I feel like people look at pop culture like it's like you're dumb,
like
or
brain rot
of the worst kind.
Yeah,
like you're
which is so disrespectful.
Going downhill. That is so disrespectful. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, I feel like that's such a lie, because I'm like, there is not a person on this planet that does not want to know the tea or what's going on.
Even the boys, you were saying.
Even especially the boys, because I think it's a little crazy. 1 second, sorry.
Stop,
Theo.
Stop.
I think it's also a little crazy as a man, because we talked about the fans and the celebrities and blah, blah, blah. I feel like we're having this whole discussion. I feel like guys, when it comes to their favorite athlete, they know how many feet, inches up the ground their big toe
shoulder
is, how shoulders with their routine,
IQ, how many runs they've done every week of the month,
foaming out the mouth at these rappers and at these athletes, and I'm like, your husband is gay, and also I'm like, that's kind of crazy, because these are the same men dating the women, the pop stars, the whomever that you're talking shit about that I'm interested in. And now when I'm watching the game, I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so's boyfriend.
Or
he
like
cheated
you
2
always
weeks
know
ago.
when they're back into the reality TV with you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, aha.
This is sociology. This is studying of the human mind.
The way I feel about pop culture being relevant and juicy and like lively is the way Miranda Priestley talked about cerulean blue being not just a color.
It's not just a color.
It's not just
blue.
It's not just gossip.
Yeah. It's not just...
It's telling the story of a time period of like, when you think 2016, you think Drake's album. And when you think 2010, you think freaking Brad Pitt and Angelina, right? Was that?
I don't remember. And it's about people that are making really big impact in society.
Yep.
Like, these are people who are doing things just as big as said athlete, as said whomever,
As said CEO,
as said
as said Wall
CEO,
Street
right? And you know what?
correspondent.
Why not have news that you can gossip about that has nothing to do, that's not going to actually impact your life and get it out of your
Dude.
system, versus talking about politics, which basically is reality TV at this point,
So stressful.
and it's actually affecting your life.
No, the pop culture deep dive where you're like, and like, for example, I know I keep coming back to Zoe Kravitz because Teffy was just talking about Zoe Kravitz, and Zoe Kravitz has been all over like the news circuit lately because
Mhm.
she did that new movie with Austin Butler.
And I thought she was dating Austin Butler, but turns out she's dating
Harry
Harry Styles.
which she was previously hooking up with Noah Centineo or whatever, which
Mhm.
she was previously engaged to Channing Tatum.
You're
Her roster's pretty
right. She's had a good
crazy. Also, she's like a
year.
native New Yorker. She's like cool as
She
fuck.
literally was like, it was like that Regina George moment where she was like, I saw Katie Heron wearing I saw
T-shirt.
a t-shirt and flip-flops. So that's all of us this summer were like, we're wearing a t-shirt and flip-flops. So like,
She's
her-
just like, it's like anything she does is cool as fuck.
and she's gorgeous.
And she's so stunning.
Talented.
And she's just like the coolest fucking girl.
coolest girl.
Great, like cool girl with like the music and like she just knows
Mhm.
it.
She's had a good
so
year this year.
it,
She's
you
had
know?
a really good year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's fun talking about like, oh, and then this and then that, and she dated this guy, and then her mom was
Mhm.
dating Jason Momoa.
No, yes, but who was previously with
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
Gorgeous man. Gorgeous family.
Lenny Kravitz's roster alone is like freaking insane.
Yeah.
My point just was it like the way for boys watching sports will like really feel like, oh, what a win. Like
Yeah.
finding out that Zoe Kravitz is having a good year with her fashion and her acting and whatever, and that she went from da 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 and she's living in her outfits and the blah blah. But that is the same kind of satisfaction.
Yeah. That is the same.
That is my sports.
That is our ESPN. That is
Yes.
our bread and butter. That is our daily news.
Yes. Also, guys, I don't know if I've said this on here before, but I was telling Amna that I would be really interested in doing deep dives of like Rekha and Amitabh or like tea of like Bollywood actors and actresses that we grew up watching and their lore. Like Saif Ali Khan's mom was the actress and singer in like all these movies, like blah 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 blah, right? All the Kapoors and how they're related and the just all the tea in Bollywood. Since we're doing this whole pop culture thing, would you guys be interested in that? And if the answer is no,
I'm
don't
interested.
tell me.
Yeah, because I think I eat that shit up. I
It's
love
so
the deep
fun.
dives.
But yeah, pop culture update I have is Justin Bieber dropped part 2 of his album. So he had Swag 1, he dropped Swag 2. Apparently there was like a delay from when it dropped. So he was like posting on his Instagram like, guys, this isn't like, I'm not trying to like bait you. I really don't know what's going on and where it is. And then it had finally like posted everywhere. And I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I'm into
Is it better
his
than
first
his
album.
last album?
Well, so it's like a part 1 and part 2. So then when the second album came out, the part 1 is Swag and it's like a black album cover, and this one is the same but in like pink. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's more upbeat-ish and like whatever. But what I think he's gonna do for his vinyl is like it says disc 1 and disc 2, so it seems like it's gonna be like one side and one side, but it's like 40 songs or something in total.
Whoa,
Yeah,
okay.
between like the first part and this part.
He's
Isn't
been
that
busy.
insane?
He's been busy.
And then the other thing is, sorry, I'm just like randomly thinking of things that have happened. Ariana Grande announced her tour.
Yes.
She's doing a tour for Eternal Sunshine.
I'm mad already that I'm not going to Lady Gaga. So we have to go to Ariana's.
We have to go to
Ariana's.
Ariana.
And it's on the day of your birthday.
It's on my birthday and I'm obsessed with her album. I listened to her album I'm obsessed with her album.
All the time.
It's so good. And I kept thinking like, oh, maybe you've only liked it for a little bit. This album's been out since when Muzi and I came back from Tennessee and we were at his parents for a little bit. Since that time. So that was like November 2024.
I don't know.
2023.
Not 4.
Yeah, it's 2023.
You could even take it back to 2022.
I don't know if that's when no, I think the album came out in 2023.
No, but even before that, were you not a fan?
Not like that. Like I liked her music.
Yeah.
But like
that's
I
when she
never
really, like you really connected with her.
In November 2023 or whatever in that time frame when she dropped the Eternal Sunshine album, that was the first album of hers that I listened to, like, cover to cover. So, like, I liked her music, but I wasn't, like, cover to cover
Yeah,
listening to her.
There's
Yeah.
actually, you know what? I realized it's been a while since I've had a good cover to cover moment. So I haven't listened
Mm.
to I need to listen to Justin Bieber's. I need to listen to Sabrina Carpenter's. I haven't listened
I
to
haven't
hers
listened to hers
either.
either, yeah.
I feel like I'm been a little behind in
On
new
the
music lately. I've
yeah.
been a little behind. So, but I've
It
got a roster
I
lined
felt
up.
like that for a while. Like, I feel like it's a flow and you're
Yeah,
really
sometimes
on
I'm
it or
really
you're
into it,
really
and
off of it.
sometimes,
Anybody, yeah.
yeah. Like even my playlist, like I feel like I haven't been adding music to my playlist lately.
Mhm.
Like I've been a little
Oh
like
my God, I just made a
disconnected.
playlist for Kauai and I'll share it with you guys if you want. I love the playlist. I've been listening to it.
No,
I've been
you're
playing it
good
for
about it.
us.
You're good
Like, I
about it.
love it so much. I feel like I've been really on my music right now, but I'm really off with the shows. Like, I don't know what the fuck is on or what to watch. I
Mm,
can't get through Hunting Wives. I've tried to watch it so many
I
times.
didn't get into it.
Oh, I recently started watching, please tell me if you guys are watching this reality show about Brooks Nader. Have you heard about this? The show is called Love Thy Nader. It's on Hulu, I
Why
think.
does that sound so
And
familiar?
this girl, she's like a model, whatever. She has 3 other sisters, so all 4 of them, she was, like, with this guy, for a long time. They got divorced. Her and her sisters just moved to New York, and it's, like, juicy as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, so everybody's
okay.
been talking about it, about how it's, like, a pretty, like, raw
Is it on
reality
Peacock?
show. It's on
No,
Hulu,
Hulu. Okay.
and there hasn't been a raw reality show like that in a long time where they're just, like, airing it all out,
Hmm.
so people are really into it.
Okay, dude. I was gonna say, yeah, I've been pretty okay with my shows, but now I'm like, ugh, no, because I really and I was telling the son actually the other day that I got to the part of Scandal where like I was watching Scandal again, I was like, I love Scandal. Why did I stop watching it? I made it to season 5 and I'm like, this is why I stopped
That
watching
always happens. That
Scandal.
happens
This
to
is
me with so
why.
many shows where I'm like, "How did I ever think this wasn't amazing?" And then I'll get to, like, a point and I'm like, "Oh,
Ah, here we
fuck."
are.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have homework to do, you
Yeah.
guys. I have homework to do.
Yes. We gotta stay on it.
I gotta stay on it.
Okay. Can I be a bitches?
Yes, can I let's wrap this bad boy up.
Mhm. I don't really have a "Can I be a bitch" this episode, but I have a confession, and my confession is that I hate that Muzi can hear me right now.
He
He's, like,
stops
trying
moving.
to be
Yeah,
quieter.
he stops moving.
Okay, so my confession is that during the time that Love Island was on, I was a little thirsty ass bitch and I couldn't deal with the ads. So
Okay.
I paid for the like no ad version for like a month for like June and July. It's not that expensive. So I was just like, whatever, whatever. So then when the Jet 2 holiday thing became like a really big deal, I felt like a lot of FOMO.
What do you mean?
Because like I didn't see the commercials.
Oh.
So I wouldn't get the cut to no one loves a Jet 2 holiday. Like I saw it a little bit at the
Oh.
end or like at the beginning, but it wasn't like a in between every like the which
Yeah.
is like the whole lore, right? So then everybody
Yeah.
started and I was like, wait, am I the only person on the fucking planet that had a fucking like no
I
ad
love that
subscription?
that's where this like confession land or like it's not even a can I be a bitch, a confession landed. It's not that you paid for the They're like, guys, I missed out. I fucked up. I didn't get the
Yeah, that's what I'm mad about.
I know that's
I'm
what
really
I'm
upset
dying
about it. I'm
about.
like, everybody had this collective community
Dude, that was the song of the
experience.
summer. But now, honestly, when I hear that and the Love Island theme song,
It's a little
I like
traumatizing.
I can't. I'm like I cannot do this again.
Yeah,
You
no, no,
guys, like
no,
I
no, no,
cannot
no.
do
It's
this
a
again.
little traumatizing.
That's so
But I
funny.
really need you to watch season 6. But
Okay,
anyways, what's
okay,
yours?
okay. You just reminded me of a parking ticket I need to take care of. I'm like, "Ugh." I don't remember why I downloaded. I bought YouTube Premium. I wanted to download something for a flight. I could not tell you why I did it.
Yeah.
I obviously forgot about
We
it.
all have that one that we're like, why did I do that? I think I did Paramount one time.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's not a big deal. And then Abdus was trying to log into YouTube, and under my username, it shows that I have premium. And he's like, what does premium even have, Amna? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, how long have you had it? And I'm like, couldn't tell you. I don't know. And then I had to like really stop myself and I have a parking ticket I need to take care of. But anyways, my can I be a bitch is I was scrolling through TikTok as we all do every day, all day. And I came across this post. And this was like a trend for a little while too. And I saw this post where it was this girl posing with this guy, and you're like, oh my God, what a lovely couple. And then like you keep scrolling, and then you get to the captions and you find out it's her brother. And I'm like, enough is enough. I cannot stand the weird intimate photos and poses and words used to describe someone's sibling. Like, that's disgusting. You should be repulsed That's so ew. I don't want to see a post about you bragging about how your brother is so hot. Like, just make out with him then. And then, like, I don't want to see a post where you're like, and I've seen this with moms and their sons.
Yeah.
Like,
but sisters and their it's always a Desi sister with her brother.
I don't know, dude, because I've been seeing these white girls out here with their brothers and
That's true.
sons,
That's true.
and I'm
That's
like,
true.
ooh, that's not.
That's so funny because when Amna told me that was gonna be her, can I be a bitch? She's like, can I be a bitch? Like, we'll like text each other things that we're gonna talk about on the pod. So she wrote, "Can I be a bitch? Sexualizing your brother," and I was like the way I do with Usman, and she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "No, like the way I say Usman's hot," and she's like, "You've literally never in your life said that Usman's hot."
I was like, "You've never in your life have ever said that to him, and if you have, we need to have a conversation."
And I was like, "Wait, you're right. I don't think."
She's like, "Yeah, I guess I never have," and I'm like, "She was willing to fight that fight. She was literally about to fight that fight." And I was like, I'm like, obviously with your brother or your sister, like whether you're older or younger, that plays a part. But like you could say like, "Oh, you look so cutie," or "Oh, you're so handsome." Like, "Oh, that's like, you could be like a little, take a photo, arm around each other. A little, do that.
I even feel like the verbal thing is not that big a deal to me, but when I can't tell if a man is your boyfriend, husband, or brother because of how physically close you seem in photos, and like I feel like that's
so gross to me. That's so gross. I'm like, we need to call CPS.
Yeah,
we need to call somebody. Like, this is so weird. Like, what are you doing? And then to post that shit.
I do, however, and tell me how you feel about this. Me and my brother will be like, "Hey, boo."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing to be like funny, silly, goofy, whatever, and be like, like to poke fun, or like be like, "All right, hotshot, look at you go." Also, it depends. It's like your little brother versus your older brother, and then it's a different dynamic. Older brother saying it to little sister, like that's gross. So like, there's like a time and a place, and you can be like silly, funny, like your guys are just being like nice and funny. But there's another thing to like with your whole chest, actually put your arms around their like top neck and like kick your little leg out.
Honestly, I think like, any over obsession as a sister, especially like, I feel like any over obsession as a sister with your brother is just a little fucking weird.
It's just a little gross because like, let's have a little bit of self-awareness. Let's just like, it's okay to be like if someone went up to my brother and was like, "Oh, your sister's Amna," and he's like, "Oh, yeah." I would not be offended. I'd be like, "Yeah, ew." You know what I mean? Like, I love my brother. I always tell people like my brother and I were like this. I love that kid.
They really are. Yeah,
we're really close. But like, I'm not. Ew. Like, I'm not gonna. He's still a boy. I don't know. Like, stop, everyone. I'm getting uncomfortable. Stop it, everybody. Like, shut up. I can't. I think it's weird. I can be like, "Oh, you look so handsome today. Oh, you look nice. Oh, that's nice."
And it's so funny because I feel like it's just like when then everybody gets married, like it doesn't stop. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like even if, like, imagine having
If you guys, that's not my stomach. First of all, I should clarify that is Theo growling because he doesn't know what he wants this whole episode.
He wants to be held, but he can't figure it out. He's just so fucking confused.
Do you want to sit on my lap?
Come up.
Oh my goodie.
You want to come up?
Come up.
Up.
Up. No, you guys know, like every episode he's sitting on my lap, and this whole episode he's been such a menace.
Such a menace. But anyways, my point just was, I feel like it's even worse than when those brothers get married and their sister, or vice versa, sisters get married and the brother, like, it's still
or the mom, and they're like still being like icky. It's like, I don't know. There's like some like weird,
like, grow up.
Okay.
That's it for this week's episode, guys.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Like, subscribe, comment, send us confessions, send us stories.
Please, confessions. If you want advice, when we put a box up, you can throw in whatever you want in there. It could be silly, it could be serious, it could be advice, it could be whatever.
Yep.
Love you guys. Talk to you next week.
Bye.